All right, hello, this is Marie Diaries, and I'm here to do a video and a reading. All right, but before I get into this video and this reading, my spirit guides, my angels, my archangels, my ancestors of the highest white light, I ask that you come in and guide me, protect me always, 24/7, 365. I ask that you give me the clearest view of this video and this reading through any of the cards or anything that I decide to use and have in my hands. I ask that you immediately return any and all of the negative energies from people, places, and things, including ill will, intent, negative intent, etc. I ask that it permanently, immediately goes back to wherever it needs to go. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. 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 All right. So I had wrote this down. Um, I've been writing down, like, I guess, downloads that I'm getting for like titles for readings. All right. So I wrote this a few days ago, or yesterday it was, or like 2 days ago, whatever it was. All right. So the title I wrote was "They're the Fraud, but everyone wants to steal from them and in love with them at the same time." So that was the title that I wrote down. I also just felt the need to write this card down. All right. So this is actually the city that I have resided in most of my life. All right. I wasn't born here in this city, but I had no choice but to reside here because of the circumstances. All right. But yeah, for some reason, I was actually thinking about writing that title, like, or making that card for my Oracle basket a couple days ago. I see 10:55 on the alarm clock. So there could be coming up two completions of two cycles. All right, 222 on the recording as I'm recording this right now. Yeah, so there could be two completions of cycles coming up for two people or a couple or something like that. Yeah, the high priestess is at the back of the deck. All right, so I have my device. I have it sitting up on a one of my books that I one of my books. So that's why it looks so high up, but I kind of like it like that. I don't know if I'm gonna start doing that. And then before I started shuffling, I had seen the death card, because actually, since a little bit earlier, I had been getting like a migraine or something out of nowhere. So like in the middle of my head. So somebody could be trying to send you, I would say, psychic attacks. All right, to your crown chakra. All right, that could be a male or a female. All right. Again, because the title says they're the fraud, but everyone wants to steal from them, in love with them at the same time. And we still have the Empress at the back of the deck. I shuffled a little bit, and she's still at the back of the deck. You got the Empress, the Hermit, the Hangman with the Wheel of Fortune, Judgment. All right, so I did do a pre-spread. The pre-spread was the Judgment, the Knight of Cups, the Emperor, and the Seven of Cups. So this could be an emperor that is causing these illusions, somebody of authority, a father figure, or whatever have you like that. This person could be the one that's sending you, or some. If this is not a father figure, this is somebody of some kind of title, leadership, or something like that. That could be sending you psychic attacks or something like that, or they could be sending you some type of spell work. All right, because they got offered to do this. Something about 7 months or the month of July could be significant. All right, whether this person is an Aries or not. Um, but I feel like this is a group, all right. But this emperor is sending some kind of illusions or something about illusions, or they're choosing to put out some illusions, or something about illusions when it pertains to the Empress, or even if this is their counterpart, even they're choosing to send illusions with this Empress being their counterpart, because they want to steal. They have everyone feeling like it's okay to steal from them, but then for some other odd reason, they still in love with this Empress at the same time. I don't know. All right, but under under the Judgment card also came out the Ten of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. So this Ten of Pentacles could be connected to this Emperor energy. This could be this Emperor's family, or this could have something to do with some kind of generational wealth or something like that. All right. Yeah, it's because it's this Emperor is working with this Ten of Pentacles to put out these illusions, with the Magician being at the back of the deck. All right. So this, I feel like this Emperor, because there, it's like under the Emperor you have the Seven of Wands with the Ace of Swords. So I did 3 rows of cards. You have the Emperor, the Seven of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. So I feel like this Emperor is standing on ground with putting out some kind of illusions that is supposed to be the truth. All right. Yeah, they're very invested in this. All right, because you literally have 777 out here under the Seven of Cups. You have the Seven of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the you have the Seven of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Seven of Pentacles. So this person is definitely um looking to receive justice, or they feel like they need to have justice. All right, you have an owl that's on this card. Owl talks about you know, foresight and stuff. Then you have the skulls, talks about mortality and stuff like that. You have the time capsule. Yeah, because this person, whoever this emperor is, they definitely feel like they're standing on ground when it pertains to putting out some kind of illusions about the truth, because they could feel like they're on some kind of time time clock or something like that. Yeah, you got the Justice High Priestess with the Full card, Judgment at the back of the deck with the Strength card. Yeah, this person, this Emperor energy, this person of authority, power, this father like figure, or whether they have kids or not, or family of yeah, kids or not, whether they could just be somebody that is looked at as a fatherly figure if they do not have children. But if they do have children, um same thing, they just somebody that feel like they're of authority or power or whatever like that. You know, they give orders and stuff like that. You got 11:01 p.m. on the alarm clock now, Tuesday, May 20th, 2025. Yeah, because whatever this emperor is, and they could have got offered with, with putting out these illusions, and that's it's judgment being called on that, because that is the first card out here. All right, and they could be doing this all because of family or whoever they're connected to, that they're working with, collaborating with, to have wish fulfillment with this truth they're putting out, because they're everybody's invested in putting out this energy of fraud to steal from you. But it's like to steal from you, but they still enamored with you, they're still in love with you at the same time, which is like, it's confusing. All right, because yeah, at the back of the deck you have, wow, I didn't even see that one, but you have um the back of the deck, you have the Three of Cups, the Hangman with the Death card. All right, so there could be something significant about Aries, a Scorpio, an Aquarius. I don't know what the Judgment card is. I could look it up, but yeah, those 3 cards is at the back of the deck. All right, in the last row, you have the Five of Cups came out with the Queen of Pentacles sideways. All right, because there definitely is a high investment in whatever this is, but I feel like somebody is indecisive, and they're in regret, or they're crying over spilled milk, because I feel like something with doing this is not going to plan, or it's definitely not going to plan, and there could be some kind of backfire, because they had a lot of wish fulfillment and faith in this. All right, even though the Full card is not out here, but yeah, somebody definitely, because Judgment right off the bat was the first card that came out when I was shuffling. That was the first card that came out. Yeah, so that was the pre-spread. Now I want to use, I grabbed this deck again. I haven't been using it a lot, but I grabbed this deck again. So this will be like the second time I've used it, since I haven't used it in a while. But this deck just consists of major arcanas. All right, so I wanted to use this deck. All right, so everything should be in the upright. But what is the overall energy for this reading? They're the fraud, but everyone wants to steal from them. and in love with them at the same time. Could we get a few cards for the overall energy? What is the overall energy? They're the fraud, but everyone wants to steal from them and in love with them at the same time. All right, we have the High Priestess. All right, I feel like whoever this is going through this, you could know that this is, yeah, that this Emperor has been working with this family, or this Queen of Pentacles that's coming out sideways. This Emperor has been working with this Queen of Pentacles. All right, when it comes to putting out this illusion of frauds to steal from you, to steal from this High Priestess. But they still in love with them at the same time. What else to clarify this energy? Could we get some more cards? Yeah, we got the Hermit coming out in reverse. You got the Magician that came out in the upright. And you have the Emperor at the back of the deck. All right, but we're going to get one more. So they're the fraud, but everyone wants to steal from them and in love with them at the same time. Give me one more for the overall energy. Can we get one more from this deck? All right, we have a few that came out. We have the Justice in reverse. The Strength card came out with the World. Yeah, somebody is wanting something. Yeah, the Lovers, all right, is at the back of the deck. But somebody is definitely was for certain that there was going to be a completion of a cycle, but I definitely feel like that's not how it's going, because you got the Strength card, the World, the Lovers, the Tower, the Hierophant with the Hangman, the Moon, the Chariot, the Emperor. Yeah, Sun card. Something definitely could be something that this Emperor didn't expect, or didn't take the time to look at from a new perspective, could be coming in unexpectedly, like hidden, like it's hidden, because the Moon is the Hangman, the Moon, the Chariot, then the Emperor. So I don't feel like, and then the Sun. After the Emperor is the Sun. So yeah, Judgment behind the Sun. I don't feel like this, because it's judgment when it pertains to something that was done to the Empress. All right, if I pull from the back, the top of the deck, you got the Devil, the Star, the Fool, the World, the Wheel of Fortune, the Death, Temperance, the Empress. All right, so yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, this group, I feel like this Emperor with this Queen of Pentacles sideways, and you already had the Three of Cups out here. This group, they definitely was feeling like they were strong, or working in a group of three, or maybe using three different things or something like that, because you had the Strength with the Three of Cups coming from the back of both of these decks. Behind the Three of Cups again is the Hangman. The Strength card, the World, the Lovers, the Tower, the Hierophant, then the Hangman. Yeah, somebody definitely chose to cause a major ending with this Hierophant energy to do something, or this Emperor did. Well, because he's connected to this Hierophant, but I don't feel like whatever's coming into him, or this entire group as a whole, they not expecting it, because it has something to do with some type of fraud, like, or just maybe it's just not even fraud. It's just they, whatever they was trying to make this High Priestess energy look like, or take from this High Priestess. This is was I feel like going to reverse for them, because it's like they're not getting justice in the situation. You got the High Priestess, the Hermit in reverse, with the Magician in the upright, and the Justice in the reverse. Like, I feel like they wanted to steal this High Priestess. They wanted to steal something from this High Priestess. Their spirituality, their insight, or something like that. Because you got the High Priestess and the Hermit in reverse right after one another. I see 11:08 p.m. on the alarm clock. I see 11:10 on the device, so something could be significant, highly significant about 111. I feel like the spirit guides is, I don't know if I want to say on or with, they with this high priestess though, because somebody definitely was trying to do something. This is the what is that? The what movie is that? The Frankenstein movie. Like this magician energy, somebody definitely was trying to they was using everything. They got vases of liquid skulls, books, what is those the cups, like the what, I forgot what they call them. They start with a C. They were trying to make something come alive, because I think that's what he said in that movie, to the Frankenstein, like to come alive, because this is basically like the I don't know if this is based off just the oh I didn't mean to shovel, but I don't think if this is based off just the the Frankenstein movie, but I know that's in here, or this is based off of different scary movies or something like that. I forgot what this deck is like exactly, but I know it's a Halloween deck. But yeah, so somebody thought they was gonna put this high priestess in the reverse, like they're gonna put their intuition, their insight, they're going within in reverse. But I feel like it was not with like putting out this image of them. That's what I'm getting with the Seven of Cups, putting out this certain image of the high priestess by them working with um it could be either this high priestess family or this emperor is working with their family or something like that. But they definitely wanted to put out a certain image about this high priestess, like to prove that like they wasn't who they was or whatever like that. And they definitely, I'm getting too now that the hermit, since I said I was feeling like I had a like a it's like right in the middle of my head. So they could have been trying to send this high priestess, or this is part of what they was doing, or like doing all different kind of things with something coming alive by sending this high priestess different forms of attacks. Yeah, I see 11:11 p.m. on the alarm clock. I see 11:12 on the device. All right. What do I want to use next? Yeah, but something is not going in their favor because you got courthouse coming out in reverse. Something is not balanced when it comes to what they was doing, because this high priestess is tapped into the infinity flow of the universe. Yeah, it says keep the vision, continue to dream, third eye open, achieve your goals, trust the process, see into the future, prophetic dreams, clarity. All right, they, I feel like they wanted to stop that. That's why the hermit is like in reverse. They wanted to boat. They wanted they wanted the high priestess boat to tip over, because the hermit, the ghoul, he's holding the lantern, but he's like in a boat. All right, so somebody wanted this high priestess boat to be, or their intuition or something like that. I feel like they wanted this to be tipped over or something like that. Um, yeah. Let me see. I'm gonna use this deck since I used that other one. Let's use this one, I guess. Um, I need to get another one of those. Yeah, I'm definitely get a strong yeah, but somebody's gonna be in regret. All right, Five of Cups in the upright. Whoever's sending this high priestess these so I feel like they could have been sending this high priestess a lot of different attacks or something. All right, like not at all at one time, but then yeah, maybe they could have been sending stuff back to back and stuff like that. All right, but I feel like somebody's gonna be in regret, crying over spilled milk. All right, or this emperor, because this could be the head of something about this emperor is the head of this. Like they're standing on their ground because they want something to be shown as the truth about this high priestess. Yeah, the chariot coming out with the three of pentacles in the upright. Yeah, but the two of swords is in reverse. Something is something with this two of swords in reverse, with the moon in the reverse and the ace of pentacles in the upright. I feel like this is blocking this emperor from getting this ace, because it has something to do with this person getting some type of ace of pentacles, and they're not getting this because of whatever this work is. even though the Chariot and the Three of Pentacles came out in the upright. Like, again, okay, so it has something to do with them wanting to steal this from this Empress. Something about stealing this Ace of Pentacles from this Empress, which, or this High Priestess, I mean. Yeah, the Emperor came out. Just came out right now in the upright with the Three of Pentacles still being at the back of the deck. All right, and then now you have the Chariot again with the Knight of Wands. And then you have the Death card over there sticking out from the top. I don't know who this Queen of Pentacles that's coming out sideways, but she, again, that's coming out sideways over the Five of Cups. So she definitely could be connected to this collaboration, this celebration or whatever. Yeah, the deck splitting with the Emperor and the Ace of Wands. Maybe this Queen of Pentacles sideways could be just somebody that either they're in a platonic or a personal relationship. I was getting like some type of business partner or something. Because going across, you had the Five of Cups with the Queen of Pentacles sideways. Then you had the Aquarius, the Ace of Swords with the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, so it's something about a relationship. Two of Cups, split the deck, Two of Cups with the Seven of Cups. So it's like they both supposed to get something. Yeah, Two of Cups, the World, the Queen of Wands, the Lovers with the Seven of Cups, Seven of Wands, all in the upright. There's some kind of friendship or just like some kind of long-term relationship between these two. So this Queen of Pentacles sideways is like under, or again, they work with this Emperor energy. Clarify this High Priestess for this energy. They're the fraud, but everyone wants to steal from them, and in love with them at the same time. Yeah, you got the Justice in the reverse. Yeah, again, you got the Justice out here twice, so they didn't want this High Priestess to get justice in something. Because you have the Justice coming out in the reverse from this second tarot. Well, actually, this third tarot deck. Or, no, this second tarot deck. Because this one that I'm using for the... That's just the major arcanas. But, yeah, they didn't want this High Priestess to... justice in, like, this independence or a friendship. Or they didn't want this High Priestess to have justice when it came to them having friendship with other people like them or their counterpart or a new counterpart or somebody, because maybe it's like I'm getting, maybe they wanted this High Priestess to look unbalanced or unstable with the Hermit being out there in the reverse. What else to clarify this High Priestess for this energy? They're the fraud, but everyone wants to steal from them and love with them at the same time. What else to clarify this High Priestess? Give me another card to clarify the High Priestess. You got the Chariot. Yeah, they definitely, in the upright, they definitely wanted this to, yeah, confirmation with the train in the background. Um, yeah, something, I'm getting something that's like clockwork that they were trying to do. The Lovers in the upright, turned over in the deck towards this Empress. All right, Empress, the Lovers, the Empress. Yeah, something, I'm getting something that's like clockwork, okay? Because, like, I've been choosing to do the readings, like, later in the evening. I don't know why, but maybe because it's, like, less distractions in a way. But every time I go to do the reading, like, I don't mind hearing the train. Because that's, like, it's more the wrong reason why I don't mind to hear it. Because it's, like, a confirmation, and then it just make me think about some other past stuff. But yeah, yeah. So something is like clockwork, and that's probably why yeah, they definitely, the Hermit is at the back of the deck now. They definitely wanted this for this High Priestess, something to be like clockwork with the Justice in reverse. When it came to this High Priestess getting justice in I feel like overcoming these illusions or these obstacles, because there's definitely judgment placed on this Emperor, whoever this Emperor figure is. All right, is justice on them, like is judgment placed on them, called on them for taking this offer to go against this higher priestess with saying they're a fraud, or just um doing all this fraudulent stuff towards this empress. I mean, I keep saying the empress. So this high priestess, what? This high priestess must be a empress. What else to clarify this high priestess? They're the fraud, but everyone wants to steal from them and in love with them at the same time. What else to clarify this high priestess? Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles is coming out in the upright. So it's like they didn't want this high priestess, Page of Pentacles, yeah. And they wanted this to be something that this high priestess got wind of, or got news of, or just maybe just to make them I'm like seen that way or something. Um because you got the Justice in reverse with the Chariot and the Ace of Pentacles. So they didn't want this high priestess to get, like, I feel like, recognized, or they didn't want this high priestess to receive what they were supposed to receive or something like that. Yeah, King of Swords with the Ten of Pentacles at the back of the deck, and then the Six of Wands is kind of peeping from the top. All right, because they want this high priestess to be looked at as a fraud or whatever, in whatever type of way. But at the same time, this emperor and who they're collaborating and working with, they want to steal from this high priestess, but then also still be enamored with them and infatuated with them or whatever at the same time. What else to clarify this high priestess for this energy? They're the fraud, but everyone wants to steal from them and in love with them at the same time. What else to clarify this high priestess? Yeah. You got the Queen of Swords coming out now. Page of Pentacles at the back of the deck. So something about a Queen of Swords could be significant. Or they wanted this high priestess to look at this, look like this, or they wanted this high priestess to look as if she was just cold-hearted, detached, all right, and get small offers or something like that. Page of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Page of Cups. Behind that, you had the Two of Cups. Yeah, when it came to I feel like platonic or a romantic relationship. All right, they wanted this high priestess to be in this Queen of Swords energy. Again, they wanted this high priestess to be looked at as a fraud, but at the same time, it will be easy for them to steal from this high priestess, and they still in love, enamored with this high priestess at the same time. Clarify the Hermit in reverse. You got, yeah, Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, they was definitely Knight of Wands. They was highly invested in seven Knight of Wands, Seven of Wands, the Hierophant, the Queen of Cups at the back of the deck. They definitely was highly invested or planted the seeds for this high priestess to not have this, like, justice in the upright, or not to have this spiritual justice or something like that. Yeah, with some kind of unexpected drastic change or some kind of ending or something, with the Tower coming out and the World also being at the back of the deck. Tower, World, with the Moon still being in the upright. So this has to do with an unloyal male or masculine, which definitely could be this Emperor energy. All right, whoever this Emperor energy is, this father-like figure, person of authority. I'm getting like abusing their position of power. Clarify, what else to clarify this Hermit in the reverse? They're the fraud, but everyone wants to steal from them and in love with them at the same time. Clarify this Hermit in the reverse. Yeah, the two of Swords is coming out in the reverse. Death card at the back of the deck. Death card, the Sun in reverse with the Knight of Cups in the upright and the Page of Swords in the upright. All right. And you also have the Knight of Pentacles sticking out. Yeah, so they wanted something to be open. They didn't want it to be whatever they was whatever this justice I feel like okay, so whatever this injustice was that they wanted to come traveling, yeah, temperance. I see the sun at the top of the deck. Whatever this injustice was when it came to for this high priestess, they didn't want it to they wanted to be open for it to because they was already invested in this. They wanted this high priestess something to spill over or tip over with that hermit being in the reverse again. Um I feel like it has something to do with them not respecting this high priestess. Definitely feels like, but then they wanted to take from this high priestess because the Ace of Pentacles definitely came out in the upright. Yeah, Four of Cups coming out in the upright for whatever reason. Three of Swords. So something about I'm getting like depression to cause or what I said. They wanted to make this high priestess look unstable or make this high priestess look mentally and emotionally unstable. Yeah, because again, I said something about them doing something like clockwork. I feel like that's why that Seven of Pentacles came out. They wanted to. They needed with this making this Empress appear as fraudulent or fraud. They wanted this high priestess to be this Queen of Swords energy, unattached, cold. Yeah, a male did with the Moon card. This person could be a Pisces, I'm getting, or a Scorpio. Pisces, Scorpio, or I'm getting a Taurus. Yeah, because this male energy, this Emperor energy, whatever, they was in some kind of evil given exchange that could be going on for a while with the Knight of Pentacles. Or no, that's the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So Six of Pentacles upright, Knight of Pentacles in reverse. I see the Ten of Swords, the Wheel in the reverse. Hmm. Yeah, something definitely is significant about a male. Yeah, that caused. They was the one that caused this betrayal with the Ten of Swords turning over in the deck in the upright. What else to clarify? This Hermit in the reverse. They was part. They was the one that caused. Uh. Ooh, two cards just fell. Hold on. All right, I might have still been recording, but oh well. Um. Yeah. So this Hermit in the reverse. This male energy. They definitely was behind this betrayal. Yeah, something to do with like I feel like having this high priestess hemmed up or uh like stuck or something with the high priestess and the hangman coming out. Yeah, because it has some because of something pertaining to maybe they feel like this high priestess didn't want to work with them because you got Six of Pentacles in the upright with the Three of Cups sticking out at the top of the deck. You also have the Three of Cups sticking out. I can see both. But and then with the Three of Cups in the upright, it talks about with the grapes on the top part of it, it talks about grapes talks about prosperity and abundance and stuff like that. So maybe because this was happening, they wanted to make this high priestess look fraud or fraudulent because this high priestess didn't want to take a risk and leap of faith and work with this emperor. Yeah, Fool with the magician in the upright. So the Fool comes out, but the magician is at the back of the deck. Ten of Wands. This magician, or yeah, this magician gonna end up being a regret or crying over spilled milk about in regards to causing this high priestess to feel heavily burdened, or this is what they're gonna end up feeling for taking the offer with putting out these illusions. Yeah, because they felt like they was going to be lucky or abundant when it came to something. Because again, yeah, with the Star card, it was like they felt like they was going to be lucky and abundant and have some kind of wish fulfillment. Because the Star is already out here at the bottom. Five of Cups, the Star, the Ace of Swords with the Seven of Pentacles. But again, I said like you have 777 out here with the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles. What else to clarify this Hermit in the reverse? You got the Three of Wands in the upright. Yeah, somebody, they was waiting on somebody was they was working with. It could be this Queen of Pentacles that came out sideways. They was waiting on this new offer or this new beginning. Yeah, with this High Priestess having their defensive down or something like that, or not covered or something, with the Ace of Swords being at the back of the deck. Ace of Swords, King of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. So the Nine of Wands in reverse with the Ace of Swords, King of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune in the upright, Knight of Wands at the back of the deck. Give me one more card to clarify this Hermit card for this energy. They're the fraud, but want everyone, but want everyone. Let me read that again. They're the fraud, but everyone wants to steal from them and in love with them at the same time. What else to clarify this Hermit in the reverse? What else to clarify the Hermit in reverse? You got the Five of Swords. Yeah. The Empress. Yeah, so they was definitely, I feel like they was waiting for this Hermit at the back of the deck in the upright. They was waiting for this High Priestess. If they wanted this High Priestess to be in the Queen of Swords, they was waiting for it to be some kind of confusion or conflict, or for this High Priestess to walk away or cause some kind of confusion or something like that. Cause the Five of Swords in the upright, she's walking away, but at the same time she looking back, and then she have two swords in her hand. It's kind of giving me like the Two of Swords. It's like they wanted this High Priestess to be open to whatever this was. But I feel like this High Priestess Empress, because the Empress is coming out, it came out again in the upright. I feel like this High Priestess Empress, they with the Eagle, and they had some kind of knowing or insight or perception or something. Yeah, woo, two cards just flew, or more than two cards flew. Yeah, the Lovers in the reverse with the Six of Cups in the reverse, and then you got Courthouse that flew with it in the reverse. They knew that something was unbalanced or something like that. They knew that something wasn't right or something. This High Priestess, they knew that this High Priestess Empress knew that they knew with this Emperor working with this Ten of Pentacles or this family or whatever this is. They knew this. They knew Sun in reverse. They knew that that this Emperor was like trying to drain them or whatever, because this Sun in reverse is like the boy is like he looked malnourished. The sunflowers are like dead. The sun looks weak. He don't even look at the sun don't look happy. Like they knew this queen, not Queen of Swords, this High Priestess, she knew what these people were, or this Emperor was trying to send into them. Yeah, maybe even with those psychic attacks, like I said in the beginning. Clarify this Magician for the energy. They're the fraud, but everyone wants to steal from them and in love with them at the same time. Clarify this Magician. This person could have been trying to play, yeah, somebody from the past. King of Cups sticking up. Yeah, like they try to play like they had feelings and emotions for this High Priestess. Ace of Swords with the Nine of Wands now coming out in the upright. They try to play like they was defending this High Priestess or something. Ace of Swords, Nine of Wands. And Ace of Swords, Nine of Wands in the upright. Somebody that even could have been like a friend to this High Priestess with that Six of Cups. The boy having on yellow and the dad having on green, or the older person having on green and the young person having on yellow. Yeah, I see 11:33 on the alarm clock. What else to clarify this Magician for this energy? They're the fraud, but everyone wants to steal from them and in love with them at the same time. What else to clarify this Magician? What else to clarify the Magician? The Page of Swords in the upright. So this Emperor Magician again in the upright, they was comfortable with they was okay with something being done towards this high priestess. Because going across, you got the chariot, the two of swords in reverse with the page of swords in the upright. It's like they was okay with something or whatever. Confirmation with the pot. Um, yeah. Because it's like if they knew they was okay with something going down, they knew they was gonna. It was like they was gonna have some kind of wish fulfillment to, in regards to something that they was already planning the season to, something that they was already invested in, working in, with this family or to get this 10 of Pentacles or whatever. Yeah, they was very strengthened the 3 of Cups, Page of Cups at the back of like they was very something about the powers of three because it's like is it three in here or it's probably really four. But then off to the side is look like she looks like a high priestess. Like this card is like it's a woman standing off to the side and she literally got like a infinity crown and she kind of look like what's the lady in the movie Poison Ivy in the Batman movie. I believe it's Batman movie with Poison Ivy in there. She kind of looked like her, but she got like the ivy wrapped around her arm, and it's wrapped around her arm like 3 times. She has it around her neck, and then she has like this infinity crown on. And then this is part of a movie. I don't know is or this is what's that tail? Hercules or it's some kind of movie. It's a mythical movie with this like type of thing in it. I just can't think of it. I don't know if it's Hercules. It's something like that, or Thor, or some one of those type of ones. Those like that. And I only thought it. So it do got 3 heads on here, 3 wolf heads, and then it has a snake head on it too. So I don't know, but it's at the back of the deck with the world card. So they definitely thought they was I don't know. I want to say Gucci with something. Cause I thought it was just 3 heads on the strength card, but it's 3 heads, 3 wolf heads, and a snake head. So something about that could be significant. But then you do have the 3 of Cups at the back of the other tarot deck. So yeah, something about what's that 10, 13. Yeah, they was definitely heavily invested. 13 plus 6. I mean 13 plus 3 is 16. Yeah, when it came to the Empress, that just turned over. Hermit at the back of the deck. King of Wands slightly sticking out. 8 of Cups in reverse. The Lovers in reverse sticking out at the bottom. What else to clarify this Magician? 43 minutes in. What else to clarify the Magician? They're the fraud, but everyone wants to silver them and in love with them at the same time. What else to clarify the Magician? The 6 of Wands. Yep. Yep. They definitely was waiting on a victory when it had to do with some money or something like that. Page of Cups at the back of the deck again. But they had to make this high priestess look fraud or fraudulent so that they could still whatever this Ace of Pentacles was from her. What else to clarify the Magician? Maybe this Emperor thought they was gonna be able to something about stealing her gifts or something too, or stealing her spiritual insight. Yeah, the Moon still turned over in the reverse with the male. Yeah, Death card, Moon Death card. Maybe doing some kind of something at night or something with the moon phases or something like that. Or maybe using okay, because you got the Death card in the reverse with the Moon in reverse, and this Moon card has in reverse it has the face of a male in it. In the upright, it has the face of a woman. So somebody definitely was in their shadow side, all right, with this Moon in reverse, with the male, with the black dog, and the Moon has the face of a man in it. So maybe they could have used somebody this way. So they try to use this high priestess, um, somebody that was a passed over loved one. They could have used this high priestess passed over loved one or like I don't want to. Yeah, passed over loved one. I'm not trying to say it as a like a lover, but a passed over loved one. Yeah. Somebody thought they was gonna use this high priestess passed over loved one for their benefit to have some kind of ace of pentacles, to bring some kind of ace of pentacles into them. But that passed over loved one was like, what? Who is you? Like, you not that person. You not that feminine. What is you doing? Yeah, by doing something with the Seven of Cups, some kind of illusions or something. Seven of Cups, Queen of Cups, King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. Damn. So Seven of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Two of Cups. All these people, Ten of Cups. All of these mother effers was working together. You got the Seven of Cups, Queen of Cups, Queen of excuse me. You got the Seven of Cups, Queen of Cups, King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Eight of Pentacles at the back of this deck. So that's why that so this Queen of Pentacles, she didn't really know if she wanted to be a part of this or not, because she coming out from the other spread, the pre-spread, she coming out sideways over the Five of Cups. So she's feeling in regret for working with this King of Swords and this Queen of Cups, or she's gonna be feeling like that now, or if this haven't happened already, about what they were sneaking and doing with this Seven of Cups, Queen of Cups, King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. I hope I'm saying it right. Seven of Cups, Queen of Cups, King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. And that's the only one that's missing from over here when the pre-spread is the Seven of Swords. All the other sevens is out here. The Seven of Cups is out here, the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles is out here. But the Seven of Swords is the only one that's not. So that's what they're hiding. Something sneaky, deceptive, that they had a plan and working to, collaborating, working together. Maybe these all could be people that's connected to this emperor and his family. Or again, this could be this high priestess family, or vice versa, or both, or something. I don't know. Clarify this justice in reverse for this energy. They're the fraud, but everyone wants to steal from them and in love with them at the same time. Clarify the justice in reverse. Yeah, Three of Swords. Three of Swords in the upright. Nine of Pentacles. So it's like they didn't expect for, yeah, the Emperor. This Emperor didn't expect what they was doing with causing this High Priestess, Ten of Wands. They didn't expect Hermit, Knight of Swords. Something that they was rushing to do before thinking, and pertaining to trying to have this High Priestess, uh, their intuition in reverse. They didn't think, they didn't expect, it could be three different things, or three different things they did that was unjust, because the justice is in reverse under the Three of Swords, and then the justice is in reverse under the High Priestess. So it could have been three different things pertaining to this High Priestess, mental or intellect or something like that, whatever, something. Or it's three key people, and them three key people could have been the ones that I just said. Queen of Cups, King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. That could be significant, yeah. So maybe them people is part of this High Priestess's family or something like that, or close friends or something that this Emperor collaborated with, or they just have they have key parts or something like that, positions or something. What else to clarify this Three of Swords? I mean, this Justice card in the reverse for this energy. They're the fraud, but everyone wants to steal from them and in love with them at the same time. What else to clarify this Justice in the reverse? The Empress comes back out again. The Three of Pentacles turned over. There go the Empress. The Three of Pentacles turned out again. So there's definitely, it was three people that worked, that was part of it, working with this Emperor, or it just was a collaborative effort. Definitely one of them is the King of Swords in the upright. Yeah, to have this, to have her without, or to have her ostracized, or to have her, or now I'm getting with this Five of Pentacles in the upright. Not only did they probably want this Empress to be in this Five of Pentacles, be ostracized, homeless, or whatever, I feel like they also could have been doing something to like literally harm this High Priestess, for that Hermit to be in the reverse. So they wanted this High Priestess is like I said, their intuition or their whatever, they wanted that to be upside down. So they could have been doing something physically to this high priestess that they was all invested into. Yeah, these people could have knew this high priestess. They could have been friends with this high priestess or friends or associates of this high priestess with whatever this work that they did. It's definitely three things. Shit, it could be up to six things because you got the three of swords and you got the three of pentacles. Yeah, they was offered though to cause this. Yeah, look, the tower just came out with the magician being at the back of the deck. They was offered to do this. I'm gonna just keep the tower. Yeah, something significant about 333. As above, so below, so without, so within, so within, so without. Yeah, hangman comes out. Seven of swords. I'm gonna keep the hangman too. It's in the upright. Yep. There go the emperor back at the back of the deck. Yep. So something is significant about this emperor. Yep. So this could have been part of it could have been to put these illusions out was they needed to make this high priestess look, for that hermit to be in reverse. I feel like make this empress look unstable or mentally unstable, mentally and emotionally unstable, because that card in that other oracle deck, excuse me, that's what it says, mentally and emotionally unstable, so that they could steal this abundance or prosperity or whatever this seven of pentacles, or actually that the ace of pentacles is. Yeah, so they wanted this high priestess to burn bridges. But let's see, we're gonna use this deck, or should I use the other deck? We're gonna use this deck. Clarify this high priestess for this energy. They're the fraud, but everyone wants to steal from them and in love with them at the same time. What do we need to see to clarify the high priestess for this energy? Clarify the high priestess. It says, do not enter wrong way. Watch out for signs. Watch out for the signs. The universe is guiding you in the right direction. Yeah, so they didn't want this empress to see some kind of signs. Yeah, they wanted this empress to be in this imprisonment energy. Imprisonment at the back of the deck. Yeah, and not eliminating whatever the evil was. Clarify the hermit in reverse for this energy. They're the fraud, but everyone wants to steal from them and in love with them at the same time. You got resilience is your superpower. Yeah, it says surviving and thriving under harsh conditions, adaptability, built for survival, intentional living, self-sufficient. Yeah, they didn't want this empress to be, or this high priestess to be self-sufficient. They didn't want this empress she's an empress high priestess. They didn't want her to be resilient, because that's her superpower. If they have the hermit in reverse, she don't have like, control over her superpower. Yeah, with something about playing games with you, mind games, lies, attempts to disempower, manipulation, intimidate, knowing how to outwit, influence, control, narcissistic personality. Clarify this magician in regards to this energy. They're the fraud, but everyone wants to steal from them and in love with them at the same time. Clarify this magician. You got fall down 7, get up 8, rise determined, unbreakable. Yeah, this person definitely felt like this magician felt like they was unbreakable when it came to having this celebration or this victory. Yeah, but something about it, it's a trick. All right, it says it's a trick, a scheme, to deceive you, deception, gaslighting, manipulation. This is the magician card in this deck with the sign of magician being on there. All right, I don't know if it's gonna. Oh, there it goes. It's popping up. But yeah, behind that it says eye to eye with the demons within. And then it says, what I want wants me, energetic match to your heart's desire and soul purpose, manifest, attract. Yeah, and then you still have that same card at the back of the deck. Um, yep. Clarify the justice in the reverse for this energy. They're the fraud, but everyone wants to steal from them and in love with them at the same time. Clarify the justice in the reverse. Yeah. Expectation, waiting, hope. Yep, burning bridge, all right. But they didn't expect to not burn bridges, or they, I don't know if it was in reverse or not, but something about burning bridges could be significant. Something about 11 o'clock or 11:05 a.m. could be significant too. Yeah, two bodies, one soul, pure love, and then you got you can't fix them. So they could have been making it like they didn't want this. They wanted to put out illusions to make it like they couldn't fix this high priestess, because they was wanting this high priestess empress to be mentally and emotionally unstable. Yeah, you got on the outside looking in. So on the outside, they wanted to make it look or appear as this high priestess was, mentally and emotionally unstable. Yeah, you got mask with infinity. All right, so they was trying to mask um whatever they was doing, whatever this work was. Yeah, put this high priestess's candle out. You got to light the candle, so put this high priestess's candle out. Let's get another row. What else to clarify the high priestess for this energy? They're the fraud, but everyone wants to steal from them and in love with them at the same time. Yeah, look, you can't fix them. Came back out. Yep, something about two people could be significant. Again, this emperor working with this queen of pentacles sideways, or that could just be the emperor with the whole collaboration to work, or whoever they was collaborating working with. Yep, also came out with you can't fix them. So they also wanted to make like this high priestess like I feel like basically with that card they couldn't be with their divine counterpart or whatever, because it says two bodies, one soul, or somebody, because I just watched a reading not too long ago. Like they wanted to, this emperor had the plan to like try to take over this high priestess's spiritual insight, or in some kind of way, shape, or form. Somehow, maybe that's why that two bodies, one soul came out. Yeah, with some, well, yeah, hidden from you came out with the what is this card called? Like what angel signs, angel numbers, but it's in reverse. So they wanted to try to get that like by doing something with the angel numbers or the synchronicities or something, with putting this in reverse for the high priestess, or I don't know. But it came out with hidden from you. But I definitely feel like this was hidden from the high priestess, or they didn't want this high priestess to see that or something. It says if you want peace, prepare for war. So yeah, they definitely wanted to do something. They definitely wanted to cause some kind of war. Clarify the hermit in reverse for this energy. Yeah, sit, watch, observe, then you make your move. All right. You also have F what they say, verbal abuse, lies. Yeah, and they didn't want this high priestess to receive the gift. They wanted to receive the gift, or they didn't want this empress to have the gift. Yeah, and take flight. Yeah, 71 breaking down to 8. What else to clarify the magician for this energy? They're the fraud, but everyone wants to steal from them and in love with them at the same time. Clarify. What else to clarify the magician? You have an ocean of suffering, 77, breaking down to 14 to 5. Emotions, overwhelm, hopelessness, negativity, ignorance, powerless, mental illness, narcissist, grief, anger, weakness, struggles, anxiety, spiritual death. Yeah, I feel like for them trying to steal this from the high priestess, this is what they're going to be suffering with, an ocean of suffering. Yeah, you got, and then imprisonment came out with it, behind it. So this is going to end up leaving them like mentally in their head, mentally and emotionally stuck and bound, if they don't end up in literal prison. Clarify the justice in reverse for this energy. They're the fraud, but everyone wants to steal from them and in love with them at the same time. What else to clarify this justice in reverse? What else to clarify the justice in reverse? Oh, two came out. Delude, attachments, and you have thief, stealing property, robbing you of your energy, time, and money. Wow. Yeah, but they're not getting that, or it's not coming to fruition. I feel like because again, the justice is in reverse. But that's what they wanted for the high priestess. They wanted that to be in the that's what they wanted for the high priestess. But that's what they're gonna get. Yeah, yeah. Now they could be in rage and confusion at this time. Yeah, because there's about to be some kind of energy shift. You got the Northern Lights. Yeah. Wow. Um. Let's use the Oracle deck to mix. Hold on. Let me pause. Wow. So it literally was one. It was an hour, 1 minute, and 11 seconds on the recording when I just took the pause off. And I'm literally seeing 11:55 on the alarm clock. All right. So I'm gonna use the mixed oracle deck, and then I'm gonna use the names deck. All right. So I'm planning on adding more names to that oracle deck, the handmade oracle deck of names. Um. So I will be doing that. Right now I only have 240 names, but I will be adding more until I feel like I want to stop. All right, but let's see. We're going to use this mixed oracle deck of 3. What do we need to see from this deck to clarify the high priestess for this energy? They're the fraud, but everyone wants to steal from them and in love with them at the same time. Clarify this high priestess. We got blocked in drinking, so they definitely wanted to block something when it pertains to this high priestess. It says blocked spam calls and texts. Yeah, blocked. Somebody's blocked from doing a love spell towards this high priestess. Yeah, and now they could be feeling like a JA. All right. What else to clarify this high priestess in regards to, or actually, let's just go across. What else to clarify the hermit in reverse for this energy out here? They're the fraud, but everyone wants to steal from them and in love with them at the same time. Clarify the hermit in reverse. Clarify the hermit in reverse. So we get one card to clarify this hermit in the reverse. Yeah, somebody's going to have to say goodbye. Yeah, because it does say sit, watch, observe, then make your move. All right. And it then say goodbye. I feel like this is what this high priest is going to be. They're going to be having to say goodbye to this I want to say initiated investment. What's that? Yeah, something to do with social media. Look, meetings at the back of the deck. All right, we don't have to take it in reverse. It's just that's the way it's showing up. Or they're gonna have to say goodbye to some type of, I'm getting initiated or secret meetings. Maybe that's why the meetings was in the reverse. Clarify the magician card for this energy. They're the fraud, but everyone wants to steal from them and in love with them at the same time. Clarify the magician. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh. Yeah, self-love. All right. Somebody gonna have to say goodbye to trying to have this high priestess in this eight of swords, mentally bound and stuck. I would say 3D and spiritually. Yeah, because there's something about an accomplice is connected to this reading. You got accomplice, partner in crime. Yeah, something shady that was going on, that was being done. All right, you already had the thief card that came out here. It says thief, stealing property, robbing you of your energy, time, and money. All right, because they definitely had an expectation that they was waiting on. Yep. Yeah, two people or a couple that was in this delude attachments. They was in Delulu land. Clarify the justice in reverse for this energy out here. They're the fraud, but everyone wants to steal from them and in love with them at the same time. Clarify the justice in reverse. Cover up. So this couple or these two or this emperor with this group or whatever have you, they was trying to cover this up. All right. You have father that also turned over with animal, shaman, and boat. We got chef at the back of the deck. So yeah, this person, this father was very seasoned at whatever they was doing. Whatever they done probably did something like this before. Yeah, outer space. Yeah, with causing some kind of illusions, trickery, phony, fairy tale or something that they was doing. Or fairy tale story or something like that. Give me another card for the high priestess for this energy out here. They're the fraud, but everyone wants to steal from them and in love with them at the same time. Ooh, wow. So that's what they wanted to really do to this high priestess. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, we got ghosted, on and off, hot and cold, detached. What else to clarify? The hermit in reverse. Clarify the hermit in reverse. This energy. You got, okay. Ooh, okay. That's, wow, that's a lot. Yeah, yeah. That's, yeah, okay. So it's definitely something significant about a partnership or a spouse or two people. You got spouse and partner coming out with aerial killer. All right. Mm-mm-mm. Or just something about that could be significant to this reading. Clarify the magician card for this energy. They're the fraud, but everyone wants to steal from them and in love with them at the same time. Clarify the magician for this energy out here. Clarify the magician. Yeah, this person could be in this ashamed energy. You got guilt, embarrassed, in the wrong about some kind of abuse, about some abuse or neglect that they was doing towards this high priestess or whatever it has to do with that cover up energy too. You have motel, hotel that came out also. We got marriage, wedding at the back of the deck. We got spiritual gifts. So yeah, this definitely has maybe they was planning on doing the homicide to gain this high priestess spiritual gifts, and they was gonna cover it up some type of way, shape, or form. Yeah, father came back out again because they was jealous of this high priestess. You got father, animal, shaman, female, love, and jealousy. Wow, bartender at the back of the deck. That's crazy. So you have literally have father, animal, shaman, female, love, and then you have jealousy. So I feel like your your spirit team, your animal spirit team is informing you of this, whether you're male or female, whether you're a male or female high priestess. All right. Something about messages could be significant. It says, "Oh shoot, she saw all of those messages," or "Oh shoot, he saw all of these messages." So something could be significant about that. Let's get one more row. Or no, did I do? Okay, so I left off at that. Clarify the justice in reverse for this energy out here. Clarify the justice in reverse. We got Avenger, memory, resolve, hatred, plot. So this they didn't get justice when it came to some kind of work that they was trying to avenge, that they was plotting on to get avenge on. They was having an expectation with avenging some kind of justice. Yeah, you got coach that came out with courier and vendor. You got O's eyed at the back of the deck. All right, let's get one more row for this. What else to clarify this high priestess for this energy? You got karma is a bee. All right, you got karma is a bee when it came to whatever they was trying to do with this organized crime towards this high priestess, which had to do with them organized crime. They was trying to commit a homicide. All right, yeah, they was planning on it. They was designing a plan. You got architect, weaver of blueprints, planning, design, supervision, construction. They even could have been something about GPS on this high priestess. Clarify the hermit in the reverse. Yeah, but it's something about they had a challenge. It was a challenge with this plan. Clarify the hermit in the reverse in regards to this energy. They're the fraud, but everyone wants to steal from them and in love with them at the same time. Clarify the Hermit in reverse. Clarify the Hermit in reverse. Alright, we got Soldier and Gang coming out together. So they was very loyal to this gang or this group. You got Soldier, Guardian of Nation, loyalty, honor, integrity, selfless service. You got Gang, Brotherhood of Shadows, underworlds, transactions, violence, criminality. So they maybe have been doing this organized crime for whatever this group they was connected to. What clarify the Magician? Clarify the Magician for this energy out here. Something could be buried or something about a burial. Clarify the Magician for this energy out here. They're the fraud, but everyone wants to steal from them and in love with them at the same time. We got the Fool at the back of the deck, but Singer came out. I want to try that again. Clarify the Magician in regards to this energy. Alright, so there's definitely something significant about a father, a male energy. Somebody who could be the patriarch. Alright. 1:11 I see on the recording. 1 hour and 11 minutes. What about this Magician father? What about this Magician father? What were they abusing? Something about the mountains. And you got blindly following through. Clarify the Magician with the self-love, abuse, neglect, and father. Clarify that for this energy out here. Ooh. You got love, hate. Okay. Back of the deck, you got Jezebel. Alright, behind Jezebel, you got Trapped, Challenger. Oh. You had Journalist. And then you had Man-Made Disaster with Celebrity. But it don't have to be a celebrity. It could be somebody that's just well known in a certain city or community or something like that. Clarify the Justice in reverse for this energy. They're the fraud, but everyone wants to steal from them and in love with them at the same time. Clarify the Justice in reverse. You got Beach came out. What about Justice in reverse with Beach? So somebody just wanted to, they was expecting to receive something so that they could just be in like this relaxed mode. That's what I'm getting with that Beach. They wanted to be just sitting pretty. Yeah, you got romance. So this couple or these two, they wanted to be just sitting pretty, with having an expectation to make this high priestess look fraudulent and steal from them, and to also do this for their gang or their group that they were loyal to. Yeah, look, money at the back of the deck. But all these individuals, this father, emperor energy, whatever, they all could be in regret if they not already. You got regret driver. We got lover. All right, and then you got careerist behind that. Reader, diviner, and king is in reverse. We're going to close it out with the names deck, and I'm going to get off of here. Close out this video. Alright, so we're going to do this 4 times. What names do we need to see to close out this reading? First or last names do we need to see to close out this reading? For they're the fraud, but everyone wants to steal from them and in love with them at the same time. Give me some cards, please and thank you. Some names, first or last names. First and last names, 2. Ooh. First and last names, 3. First and last names, 4. Dang, that's a lot of them that time, seemed like. Alright, we got Dickerson. Alright, back of the deck we have 2. So somebody could be like a, what is it? A junior 2 or whatever, how that go. Let's see. We got Marquand. We got Emily. We got Dad. We got White. We have Dean. We have Jenkins. We have Lawrence. We have Samantha. We have Jones. We have Rosemary. We have Tony. We have Shirley. We have Davis. We have Madison. We have Tom, Brooks, Russell, Jessica, Mary, Dominique, Brittany, Steve, Larry, Tim, and Joseph. All right. So again, I am gonna add. I plan on adding more names to this deck, but I just waiting on more cards to come. All right. So yeah, this will be the end of this reading. All right. So if you would like to subscribe, like, comment, share. All right. And I will see you later, and I will see you in the next video.